Alright. Let's deploy the SRV. Okay, so we're at Sinwifi NL-N C23-4. I think this is planet 3. Is it B3? This is a Guardian site. Guardian structure is what's listed as. If you look on the bottom left there of my center screen, Guardian structure, Sinwifi NL-N C23-4. So not Guardian Ruins. Guardian Ruins, that's an excellent location for... Okay, here we go. Battle time. So I can get this guy before he knocks my shields down. Yep. And these guys are pretty simple. I didn't catch what its name is, but they're Sentinels or some. Yeah, Guardian Sentinel. There we go.
Cargo scoop deployed.
I don't know why it's not picking that up. Let's take another run at that. I want to get these quickly because these are on a timer. These will go away. Got that one. There's another one right on the other side here. Now, keep in mind, you want to actually have these selected or like as your target, or you may accidentally run them over and destroy them. See, this is tricky. Where is it? Is it right below me? I think it might be. Oh, is that it? Is that it on the ground right there? Yeah. Got it. Now, there's also a beacon behind here, but first thing we'll look at is these little spires. There's actually 3 targetable panels on these spires. Uh-oh. Didn't fall. It's supposed to fall. Like that one. Now, you can target 2 of the 3 panels, generally speaking, from a single side. So you saw I just targeted 2 of them. The third I'm going to have to go around the other side. But I also need to figure out how I'm going to get that thing down. If I knock it. Well, I think that one's stuck. It's alright, it's not that serious, just a power cell. They're a dime a dozen. Now, don't be like me and start running all of these over because you forgot to actually open your cargo scoop on this little guy. Kinda need to do that. And I was saying a moment ago, there is actually a little beacon here. Where is that beacon? I think that's it. If you're doing the if you're interested in actually collecting the blueprints from the end of this particular puzzle, you'll need to activate all of those think there's 4, maybe 5. These guys right here, Guardian Relics. These are part of the community goal. We definitely want these. The SRV will hold 4 cargo items at a time. I like to collect all of the materials while I'm here as well. It's actually a hidden panel on this. Where is it? Am I confused? Maybe I'm thinking of that one over there. It's been a couple of years since I've been out here. I see a panel, so that might be it. There it is. Power conduits. This is materials, not actual cargo. Did I just run it over? Yeah, I ran it over. That's alright. I don't actually need those, so take it slow. This totem here, this is part of the community goal. This urn, also part of the community goal. I think that is an enemy. Oh, negative, it's just a spire. Now you can pull about 12 of these per run. And you see there it is, that's 4. Cargo bay full. Luckily, we can just run on over here. There's the bad guy. These guys aren't that tough, but they can really ruin your day if you don't pay attention. You don't want to die out here. Or in general, frankly, but it's just a real pain. Okay, got that material. I'm going to take a loop around, try to grab the others. Sentinel weapon parts, okay. Good, got all 3 this time. You can also grab some data here real quick from these active obelisks. I think there's 3? There's 2 or 3 in this structure, because this isn't the ruins. The ruins have a lot more of those guys. So if you're collecting those data, like gamma, beta, alpha, whatever those data types are, you want to go to the ruins to get them more quickly. This is not going to be the fastest way, but again, they're also not relevant to the actual community goal, but I like to try to cover as many things as possible in one run. I personally don't actually need them, though. My main reason for having harvested these previously was for the purposes of getting the Guardian jump drive, which I have already. So here we are. Guardian Urn, Guardian Relic, Guardian Totem. These are some of the items that are part of the mission. So I'll transfer all to ship. Confirm. So Casket, Tablet, Urn, Relic, Totem. These are the pieces that we're looking to turn in. We'll come back to Exogene Science in HIP 69132, something. Exogene Sciences. I'll get you the location once we actually make a run back there. You only need 1 to participate. However, if you want to get the Maverick level 5 suit that they're offering, you got to get at least in the top 75%. Yesterday, when I last checked, that meant bringing at least 16 of these in, and then just selling them directly on the commodities market there at Exogene Sciences. But only only after you have accepted the darn mission. Please remember, go to missions, community goals, and accept the mission before you sell anything, or you will not receive credit. Get the mission. Plus, even if maybe you don't want to participate, go up. If you go into the area, there's a bunch of carriers. They're selling these. I don't know what the current going rate is, but I think it's somewhere in the order of 1 to 5 million. Oh, here we go. Another casket. So if you put that in perspective, you're going to make at least 10 million just for participating. So if you go and buy even just one piece for whatever the price, you're going to get 10 million back immediately. And that's assuming we just stay on phase 1 of the community goal. And I think it's well, based on our progress so far, it's probably where we're going to end up. It's just phase 1. Mind you, I also think that a good chunk of people who are participating, like myself, are not going to be turning everything in until the very end. So we may see a big bump at the very end, like we often do with these cargo-based community goals. So it could jump up radically at the very end. And if you're really trying for that Maverick level 5 suit, I recommend that you go above and beyond. Don't just get the minimum of what you think you need today, because I think there's going to be a lot of people dumping them at the very end. So you might get bumped right out of the top 75% at the very end. Personally, I'm gonna, depending on whether I have any of my carrier occupants participate or not. So I have a lot of friends and family that are in my carrier, and I'm waiting. I have it parked right outside Exogene Sciences, and I'm hoping that they will grab the mission. And so depending on their participation level, whether they want to participate at all. Oops. Oh, here we go. Maybe I will go for a full cargo hull.
Target destroyed.
On the Caspian. Where did I shoot that thing down? There it is. Now these are materials, remember, so these don't actually take up room. That will. So will that casket. So I need to go drop off these 4 over at my ship real quick. so that I have room for that casket and that relic at the top of that pylon. Oh, there we go. Saved it. There we go. Okay, looking for that little indicator light that says board ship. Come on. Here we go. We can get it. There it is. Okay. The indicator light has to be on before it'll actually let you transfer everything up. I don't like to go through the whole process of putting the SRV on board with that long animation and etc. I'm here for results. Let's get back to where we were before. I generally run these clockwise. I like to park over there where you saw me put the Caspian. My Caspian's name is Stellar Promise. A name that I do actually, I rather like. Okay. Oh, it says something else is on the ground here. So, we'll go take a look at that in a moment. Oh, that was the cask. That's right, we did see that. There it is, casket. Not cask. Cask would be holding wine, for example. Casket will hold a body. Alright, here we go. It's another one of these little data points. Whoa, slow down. Ancient obelisk. So we'll get the data from this real quick. Great. So there are 3 then. I was right the first time. There's another one of these spires. Again, this has 3. Looking for 3 panels. 1 panel. Can't reach that one. 2 panel. The trick to these, because they're a triangle, that unless you're at in a very specific orientation, you'll have to hit it from 2 different sides. So these are materials. These do not take cargo room. If you heard me say earlier, I only have 4 slots on the SRV. So do you. Materials don't take cargo room. There is a cap. So for example, I think all of these guys, like the power conduits and things I've been picking up along the way here. Tablet, here we go. I believe the cap is 200. Now, I'm not going to be doing the puzzle associated with this structure, because I don't need the blueprints. Wow, that was quick. Alright. Is that on this side? It is. You know, to be honest, I don't think I've ever noticed that panel. So, you know, we learned something new together here today. And I've run this particular ruin maybe 100 times maybe. Now it's been a couple years since I've been out here, but that's interesting. And I am rusty at this point. I was here yesterday, and I was kind of banging my head against the wall, trying to figure out how do I activate. See, I missed this panel. This spire too, and another one got stuck. It's just a power cell though, so it doesn't matter. I've got tons of those. I was like, how do I activate these again? I thought you just shot these beacons and... Yeah, there's another power cell. But, again, it doesn't really matter if you're not collecting the blueprints. If you don't have the, like the Guardian jump drive, I'll show it to you in a minute. I strongly recommend it, especially if you ever plan to do any type of exploration. It's not that hard to get all the information you need. There's tons of YouTube videos on this. I used one myself when I was trying to figure it out. Okay, so we got 2 tablets, a casket, and a relic. Let's transfer them all to the ship. So I've got, did they actually go? 28 of these so far, so that'll put me in the top 75%. But like I said, I think I'm expecting that at the very end is going to be a big dump of people who have been out here the whole time just farming these, and they're going to come and drop them off. I came to this Guardian structure yesterday, and in open, that is, and that was a mistake. Yeah. There is no practical approach to actually using these sites on open. None at all. Whoop. It's just overcrowded, you know, it's not practical at all. And I joined by accident. I usually play, when I'm doing farming like this especially, I'll play on a private instance. That also helps to keep a lot of the chat down. And I never know what people are going to say, and I can't actually see it. But my Icarus terminal down at the bottom can. Alright. There we go. Whoop, we got a problem. These guys are pretty easy, luckily. They just kind of sit there, soak up hits. Yeah.
Target destroyed.
Hooray. Let me grab this urn or whatever this is. Yeah, it's an urn. That's what I'm really here for. Now I'll go get the junk he was dropping. I just ran one over, as I often do. Sentinel weapon parts. Got it. If you run them over, they go away. They're gone. So try not to do that if you can avoid it. Okay, I've clearly already harvested that spire. This one on the left and the one on the right should be the order of operations. But to be clear, just that stuff sitting on the ground is what you need for the mission. But if you're here anyway and you're going to reset the instance, I mean, why not do yourself a favor and get all these materials? They're easy to get. I mean, if you're max minning, though, don't bother. Trying to make the best of your time. Make the most of your time in terms of number of collected materials relevant to the community goal. Skip this. Just grab the stuff that's in the little rock piles everywhere. I, for one, grew up on Fallout and other open world scavenger games. I can't leave without collecting everything. And maybe I will do a couple of runs like that, but it's going to irk me. See this rock pile? This is what you're looking for if you're just wanting to collect the stuff. They're everywhere. If you just want the things relevant to the community mission, that's what you're looking for. There should be a couple right up ahead here too. Not active. Actually, let's just knock these down while I'm underneath this spire. Okay, that's 2. And then, see, I actually was able to reach all 3. Like I said, unless you have a very specific sort of angle on this thing, you gotta go hit it from 2 different sides. Hey, I didn't see you there. That is a mission item right there. What is that, a casket? Oh. Yeah, it's a casket. Come on. These SRVs take a lot of getting used to. I'm a bit rusty. I've been meaning to check out the differences between having drive assist on and off, but I don't like to mess a lot with the settings until I understand exactly what they all do. I don't know where the other 2 of these went. Okay, I'm not spending a lot of time on that. I don't actually need those materials, so if it's made difficult for me in any way, I'm just gonna move on. Got 2 enemies that just spawned behind me. I'm not gonna attack them though. I'm not trying to solve this puzzle. I'm just looking for the the parts that we need. And I think my next run, that's probably what I'm going to do. So I'll just grab the parts. Because if you look at my oh, they're shooting at me. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Are they chasing me? Yeah. I'm not getting killed over this. But mind you, the shields are offline on the main ship too. Does that say 66%? It was a rough time coming in here the first time. I wasn't really paying attention. I was doing other things at the same time, trying to make my jumps out here to this sector, and so I ended up in a sun and a star, and then I made the mistake. So I'm running without shields right now. That was for the purpose of increasing jump range. I didn't. That was a miscalculation. Use shields, even small shields. Then I made another miscalculation of coming here and allowing the auto land feature to do its thing, as we are apt to do, right? I got up from my chair, walked away. Came back, this is what I see. It's because the Caspian Explorer is a larger ship, and this is kind of a peculiar area out here. In terms of like being uneven, it actually spent about 20 minutes going back and forth, trying to land, and it still had not found a spot. It was over here because from the air it looks like this is going to be a good spot. It's not. See those boulders? It eventually ended up over here. As you can see, it's a rather large ship for as rocky as this area is. Look at that. Oh yeah, Owner's Club, Stellar Promise. We all get that. If you buy it, you get the decal. I don't know if that was just for the pre-ordered ones, but which I did pre-order. I tried to pre-order whenever I think it makes sense. So I did the I actually did the Python Mark II. It's not for me. That is a ship that I bought and used once. That is not for me. But I also pre-ordered the Mandalay, which I love. That's my favorite ship. I pre-ordered the Caspian, obviously, and I pre-ordered the Panther Mark II. The Panther Mark II is a must-have. I don't know what it costs now. I heard it's in the order of some very, very large number. But I don't need another one right now, so... Oh, I only have one weapon blueprint fragment? Maybe I should be harvesting those blueprints. So these pattern alpha obelisk data, so those obelisks, this little sort of trapezoid, triangle trapezoid, whatever they are. Pardon me. Obelisks sticking out of the ground with the blue stripe down the side. The illuminated blue stripe. This is what it's talking about. There's 4 types: alpha, beta, epsilon, gamma. I thought that I had these almost full up, but I don't actually need any of them, but I like to see these full. Gamma's grade 1. You can see the symbol on the right. Beta is grade 2, Alpha is grade 3, Epsilon's grade 4. You'll need different amounts of each one for depending on what Guardian. Sorry, yawning. What Guardian item you're trying to get. Now, where are those? Oh, look at that. I know that was full. Where is... Oh, yeah, regular materials. Okay. What I've been picking up, like the cells, let's find those here. So Guardian power cells have 175, 300. So cap is 300 for power cells, 250 for power conduit, 200 for sentinel weapon parts, 200 for technology component, 300 for wreckage components. And you can see varying grades: 1, 3, 3, 2, 1. And that is generally a good alignment with the overall rarity or scarcity. I think rarity would be the word there, of each material. Now, to reset the instance, we could take off, come back. I'm not doing that. As you can see, I've got a health issue right now. 66 on the whole. So I can also exit to the main menu. I'm still landed. It recognizes that I'm landed on that particular surface. Down to 500,000 now. I got about 2 billion. I keep about $1.5 billion on the carrier for expenses, but yeah. So continue. I'm going to use my private group today. It's just for people who are my regular carrier occupants. What was that? So the carrier, if you're wondering, it's about 25 million a week. Crew cost for the base carrier cost is 5 million a week. After the initial purchase, initial purchase was about 5 billion credits. I've spent close to 2 billion additional, I think actually about 1.6 billion in optional services, activating them. And then there is a upkeep for those optional services as well. So core cost of 5 million per week, plus optional services, which for me includes redemption, stellar cartography, or cartographics, I guess the game calls it, Vista Genomics, repair, rearm, refuel. And shipyards enabled too. So, though that may have come with it, I don't recall. So altogether, that's another 18.2, and then looks like miscellaneous hull maintenance of 800,000 credits. I'm not sure how that's calculated. I think that might just be a flat fee. Look at this. Oh, we are raking in the dollars from my colony. 79,000 credits. Wow. Okay. Cataloger and exobiology. Yeah, if you've been following me for a little while, I've only been streaming for about a month. I am newer to this. I've just started into exobiology, and that's why you're seeing me rank up right before your eyes.
Low gravity warning.
When you're an old player like me trying new things, and mind you, it's not the player that's that old. I'm really not that old. Holy moly, that's late. Laggy. Let's let that settle. Wow. That was weird. I have close to 6,000 hours into the game. My goodness, this is running awful. What is going on? Let's see if we can't, jeez. We might need to actually reload this, because there's a significant amount of in-game latency here. I don't know if when I reconnected here, I got just a poor connection to the server. But, yeah, it's definitely a bit choppy here. Great. Straight into combat. Straight into combat with this latency. I can't. This is a problem. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna have to reload here. That was too risky. I'll pick up these items right here just because I'm here. Alright, I'm gonna come back to the ship. We gotta relog. This is running absolutely terrible, and that puts me at risk. Can't die out here. Yeah, it's continuing to run very poorly. So I'm going to head straight back to the ship, quit to the main menu and relog. I don't know what's going on here. I'm only using about 40% RAM right now, and that's with OBS running, stream to YouTube, stream to Twitch. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. It's running correctly again. There. Okay, latency's good. I don't know what just happened, but it's doing its thing correctly now. So we'll head back out. Yeah, if you encounter any of those weird lag events like that, in my experience, just going to the main menu and coming back out, it's going to do the trick just fine. You really don't want to let these things fire missiles at you. as he fires missiles at me. I don't know why I can't target him. What's going on? Out of ammo. Got it. That's a problem. I don't know how I let that happen. It's gonna hit the ship instead. Oh, jeez.
Target destroyed.
What a dumb situation. Another reason to have a point defense turret on your ship. And shields. These things may seem quite obvious, but
Cargo scoop deployed.
when you're in a hurry, poor decisions get made. I'm not going to bother synthesizing ammunition or fuel for the SRV. So when I run out, I'm out. Oh, good thing I did that. Looks like I forgot a relic over there. Yeah. There's the rock pile I'm looking for. Ah, here we go again. So about 3 trips per run back to the ship. I think there's 12. Woo! Yeah. What are the shields for on this thing? Unlike in a ship, when you run into things and it just damages your shields. Run into things on this. I was like, oh, just kidding. Shields, lol. Shields are at 100%. Just took 18 damage to the shield, straight to the hull, straight to the dome. It's annoying. Alright, send these 4 up. So that's 37 we're up to. That's probably a pretty healthy amount to get us into the top 75% if that's all we're aiming to do. Personally, I think that's probably all I'm going to do because the money's not very good to continue on further. In theory, I mean, we could follow the idea, yeah, we'll haul in 300, do our part, try to get this thing up to phase 2, but I just don't see a lot of people engaging in a meaningful way. I think we're going to get 5,000, anywhere between 3,500 and 5,000 players actually contributing other than just one piece. So this just isn't one of those mission types where we're going to see massive participation, unfortunately. Now, personally, I came in from the black. I don't know if any of you, followed me previously, but I was in the middle of an exploration campaign when this community goal kicked off.
Target destroyed.
I always try to participate in these community goals if I can make it. I'm not generally going to be a day 1 participant. I don't really like to just drop what I'm doing. Oops, ruined that one, whatever it was. I'll usually come in after the first few days or about the halfway point. Start participating then. Got other stuff I'm doing. I'm not real great about paying attention to when the reset occurs. Half the time I don't seem to even realize it's Thursday morning. You know, I'll play late at night, not realize it's Thursday morning, and it'll be like, oh, the server's gonna restart in 10 minutes. I think there's one more, right? Yeah, what am I forgetting over here? I think there's just one more. See, and I'm not grabbing every single material this time. There it is. Just not interested in that right now. Whoops. Miscalculation. That's the word of the day. Alright, let's stow this thing. If we look, I don't think we have a whole lot of ammo left on this thing anyway, so... I don't feel like spending materials to synthesize. I like to save those for engineering. I wonder, does menu 3 actually show? So fuel 21, fuel 92, but does it show me? It does not show me what the ammunition level is. So, okay, we've got 41 Guardian items. Let's check Inara real quick. Make a determination of what we want to do. Okay, so the community goal on Inara, as of right now, the top 75% only requires that you have 17. So that'll get you 15 million credits. Ah, man. What are we at? 40 something? Top 50% is 53. You get another 10 million there. So if I did one more run, that would put me in the 50%. It's going to drop me down anyway, though, so... Let's just go turn these in. I think it's enough to get me the level 5 suit, which is what I'm doing this for. Oh, that's right. I undersized the power distributor on this, so I can't jump or boost. Did that with the intent of increasing jump range as well. Come on. It can never be easy. Can I select anything in this area? No? Alright. To actually check what the hip number is for carrier then. Oh, and that's the Guardian module there. Guardian frame shift drive booster. It's a 5H, which means it increases my jump range by 10. This is the Carrier Arc Royal. We're streaming to YouTube for the first time today. We've traditionally only streamed to Twitch. Now we are simulcasting to YouTube. So let's see. What is the hip location? 87621. So I'm going to head on over to 87621. I thought that's where my carrier was, but it was full. I forgot when I was jumping in. Hip 87621. There we go. It's going to be probably 12 jumps or so. Anywho, that'll be it for the stream for now. Thanks for joining me.